on. I just moved her to panelist. There's amazing leaders. You're going to see a lot of faces tonight. I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you so much for taking out some time and joining us on something that's literally going to change the face of history and impact your legacy in a way that you cannot even imagine. Those of you who just watched that epic video that just really, really showed the heart of the CFO of this company, Mrs. Isis De La Torre, who we're so super duper excited about. It's because of her courage. It's because of her vision. It's because she was willing to do something that was uncommon. She actually went into a space that was highly dominated by men, and she opened up the door so that all of us could be here right now tonight. And so I want you right now to show some love in the chat by putting a 1111111 for our CFO, Mrs. Isis De La Torre. The chat should be lighting up right now. Go ahead and drop those ones in there. Show her all of the love that she deserved. If it was not for her courage, her confidence, her being willing to do something that was unpopular, uncommon, we would not be here. And so we're going to continue to take that torch and keep it moving and keep it going in honor of her, because she has paved the way for all of us to be here today. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. You're looking at Miss Fila. At least I can see her. I don't know if you guys can see her, but I can see Fila. You're seeing Fila right now, who is a phenomenal, phenomenal, impeccable leader who none of this would have been able to come together if it wasn't for so many different intricate women that play a huge, huge role. This is a collective effort of so many amazing women that you have a chance to hear from tonight. And I really want to encourage you to keep on inviting people, keep getting them on, let them know we're here, let them know we're now, so that we can get these numbers all the way up and make the biggest impact possible. Who are the voice you listen to? I'm Dr. China Bethley. I'm in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm so excited that you decided to spend a little bit of time with us. And we want to tell you exactly what Women Who Win Worldwide is all about, exactly what this global initiative is, and what our mission is to impact and educate, empower, and enrich women worldwide in the largest financial market in the world. Let me repeat that so we're real crystal clear. We are on a mission to educate, empower, and enrich women worldwide in the largest financial market in the world. I'm going to show you some things over the next few moments. It's going to really, really help to make this clear as we go over to the next slide. You heard me talk about the beautiful Isis De La Torre. Now you have a chance to see her beautiful face as she's there with her mom, who she was an immigrant, and she talks a lot about how she learned hard work from watching her mom struggle. And so this is amazing. How many of us can connect with that story? How many women, whether it's a single mom or whether your mom is married, you watched her struggle just so that you can have an opportunity. How many of us moms that are here tonight are experiencing that? You're making so many sacrifices for your children. And so we love and just admire her for what she's done. And so she got all of her trading and financial license like Series 7 and Series 63. The woman is qualified and documented to do what she's doing. And so she was the first woman to have an executive role on Wall Street. The first woman to have an executive role on Wall Street. So we love you,
powerhouse.
Isis De La Torre. We honor you.
Man, we're
She's
powerhouse.
also a recipient of the United Nations Global Leadership Award, which is a huge prestigious award with the United Nations. And so we love her, we salute her, and we appreciate her. So as we continue to go on, I want to get into a little bit of the mission of why we're here. Yeah, we're having fun. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, this is nice. But you know what? We are the heart of this financial space. We're the heart of IML, and our mission, is simply to create history, because history will be made for women worldwide. This will be the largest financial women's movement in the world as we educate, empower, and enrich women in the largest financial market, giving them the financial independence and the financial flexibility. And we're seeking women, wives, mothers, daughters, sisters, students, business owners to join us in this sisterhood, because we speak the language of the woman. And there's no other that can speak the language of the woman like we can. And so I'm super duper excited. About that. There's a lot of people that are getting on, unfortunately, for whatever reason, they're typing in some stuff wrong. So you need to communicate that to them. Let them know exactly where we are, perhaps just send them the link so that they can click it to see exactly where we are, so that they don't miss what is happening right now, because history is really being made tonight. We have a key, guys, and the key has allowed us into a space that was not really popular for women to be in. And now that we have that key and we have that access and we're in the room, guys, we're doing things a little bit different, or should I say, ladies, we're doing things a little bit different. But more importantly, we're making sure we keep that door open for other women. Together, we will win. And here's what I want you to understand about some statistics. A woman that I'm looking for specifically, I don't see her on here. I need to grab this woman. She's done some global work that has really just changed the face of philanthropy. She's giving in such a way. I am looking for Miss Patricia Bailey. Miss Patricia Bailey has absolutely just blessed my heart. Many of you may already know who Dr. Patricia Bailey is. I want to make sure we can pull her up here because she's doing some things all around the world in many nations that is really making a tremendous difference. And I know a lot of the women that are here, you got a lot of causes and a lot of things that you're very passionate about doing. There's a lot of women empowerment groups that are going to be joining us and aligning with us. Why? Because we provide them the financial credibility that they need for their financial empowerment groups. So many women are coming on. I'm steadily trying to press her name. Okay, let's see. Okay, Patricia, I'm not sure if you're on here once or twice, but I just promoted you to panelist. I can see you, but I think you turned sideways. So listen, this woman, and I want to honor her for a moment just because here's what I know. There's a lot of gifting and calling that we have. There's a lot of assignments that we have to do. And I want you to know that it's so much better when we can do it collectively as a sisterhood. You know, when I look at the statistics here that women are 35% more likely to live in poverty than men. And amongst the 7.5 billion in the world today, 80% of the people living beneath the poverty level in emerging countries are women and children, most of which do not have proper access to healthcare, education, financial sustainability. You know, when women are empowered financially, they have better choices for their lives and for the lives of future generations. And systematically, chains of poverty are broken. So this woman has done a mighty work throughout the nations, and I wanted her to bring on additional statistics so that we can understand why we're doing what we're doing. We are the heart of IML. IML is the #1 financial educational platform in the Forex and cryptocurrency space in the world, in my professional opinion, because we're impacting lives of people around the world, upwards of 80,000 people right now. And we're giving you an open invitation in a non-intimidating way to be a part of something that's already changing lives for women. So I want you to hear from Patricia Bailey because she's done some amazing things, and I want you to hear how these stagnating numbers can be significantly shifted. So Dr. Patricia Bailey, come on for a moment and just share, give us about 60 seconds of your heart and the work that you've done in Africa, the mission work that you've done around the world. Let me see if I can unmute you. Here we go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Good night, beautiful.
Okay. We've been here from the beginning. We wouldn't miss a thing. We're here. Let me just say this very briefly in these little bit capsule of time. Number one, every woman that's on tonight needs to understand that this is not just a movement. This is something that has been divinely inspired. There has been a need in the world, a cry that has come up to heaven for 7.5 billion women.
No,
7.5 billion people in the world. 80% of them who live beneath the poverty level, who have no access, no road out, no way for financial sustainability.
You're supposed to be in bed, little man. Turn off your lights.
Some of the things that we so take for granted. Through Women Who Win Worldwide, we can now be the solution. We can be the solution to their need. This is the largest demographic portion of the world that has the greatest need, that are the most underserved. Every organization from UNICEF to CARE, every empowerment organization to help women has not been able to fulfill that because they've not dealt with the greatest need, and that's the money problem. Money answers all things. When they are empowered economically, when they have financial sustainability, they now become able to make decisions that they've never had an opportunity to make before. The Human Development Index for women that need empowerment is commonly overlooked because the people at the table that are the decision makers in major NGO organizations are not women. So we have got to be a voice for those who have no voice. And what greater way to give them a voice and to be a voice for them than to empower them financially, to give them a skill where they can have an opportunity to provide for themselves. But then not only that, as the women who win worldwide are making money and are being empowered, and now we can be a blessing to others. We now have wealth with wisdom and wealth that has an assignment. And we now have prosperity with a purpose. And we have money with a mission. We can assign our revenue to lift and to transform the lives of so many others. Let me leave you with this. 130 million children have never seen the inside of a classroom. 1/4 of the entire world has no access to clean water. Women living in developing countries have no access to healthcare. Many countries, they have never seen a doctor. The infant mortality rate, which means the index of how many children that do not live to 5, for basic things that we can bring a change, they don't have it. And what makes me so excited about this is that God didn't give you a vision that was just for the United States. God didn't give you a vision that was just for many countries. He gave you a vision for the world. So I'm so excited, so absolutely excited about women who win worldwide. So let's go make this fun.
Thank you so much, Dr. Patricia Bailey. You're doing so many incredible things throughout the earth. We love and appreciate you. Your servitude is priceless. Thank you so much. Women, this is bigger than just money. This is about an assignment and what we can do in the amount of lives that we can help to change with the resources that's being provided, because we found the way, and it's tested, it's tried, it's already proven. We're not bringing you something that we're looking to do. We're bringing you something that's already being done. And we're saying that, listen, this space has been dominated by men. And it's not that we're looking to come in and listen, we will be a huge majority in this space. So let's continue to go on. There's so many more amazing women that you're going to hear from tonight and hearing their story, guys. Listen, women are winning in this space already. We're talking about weddings that are being paid for, student loan debt that's being paid off. I want you to think for a moment, what would additional income do for you if you did not have to change what you're already doing? Meaning, if you're still working a job, if you're still a student, if you still have responsibilities, what if you could actually learn a skill set? Learn a skill set that could actually change your financial trajectory from a cell phone, an iPad, or a computer, something that you're already having access to now. Cars paid in cash, houses paid in cash, bills paid for, brand new lifestyles is what women are experiencing. I want to tell you guys, past results and what we're going to share with you does not guarantee future profits. Past results do not guarantee future profits. We simply want to put you in a position to give you access to something that can make a significant difference for you.
I can't right now. Well, hold on.
I just want you guys to know that this is giving you the education that you need, empowering you so that you can live an enriched life.
Yeah, Carrie.
Because there's amazing women that you're going to hear from. I want to introduce you to this woman. Has been working.
Open the door for your sister.
The scenes. I mean, I really don't know how she does it. She is a huge.
Open the door for Kiki.
Part of the entire company. I'm and I have a huge amount of respect for what she does, who she is, and what she brings to the table. We're going to show you in a very simplistic way why so many women for the first time are saying yes to a space that's been dominated by men. And I want you to understand, this is a space that is about $5.3 trillion a day in the movement of money. We're talking about the financial market, the Forex market, the cryptocurrency market, and soon to come the mining market. But I don't want you to be overwhelmed about the unfamiliarity of what I'm saying, because most of the women on here, if you're on here and you're already a member of iMarkets Live, but you never ever knew what Forex was or cryptocurrency was before now, I want you to put a 333 in the chat. And the guests that are watching, I want you to look at this for a moment. Look at the amount of women who were just like you, who did not know what it was, who did not understand the complexity of it, but found the way to utilize tools because they were able to follow directions. We're going to take you by the hand. We're going to speak your language as moms, as wives. We're going to speak your language as sisters, as friends. We're going to speak your language, and it doesn't matter what your educational background is. It doesn't matter where you grew up. It doesn't matter what you do or how much money you have. We have a seat at the table for you. And so I want to introduce a woman who's going to show you how it's getting done in a simplistic way with tools and apps and an amazing device that's making it very simple, easy, and fun for us to get paid on our cell phones. So, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Chairman 10, Miss Speela Slugger, here with Women Who Win Worldwide and iMarkets Live.
Thank you, China. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Take it away, Speela.
Awesome, amazing. Well, I'm super stoked and excited to be here. I believe that God and the universe always puts certain situations, people, events in your life, and I believe iMarkets Live is blessing many, many people and women all over the world. And huge thank you to Dr. China for going out there and working with Isis De La Torre and Christopher Terry in the back end and really making this happen for us women out here. And the previous slide talked about how this opportunity is helping women in so many different ways. Myself personally, I've been able to pay off tens of thousands of dollars in student loan debt, where I'm now free of my student loans because of Forex, right? Because of IML, because of this opportunity. And not only that, but this year I'm planning on retiring my parents. So, again, results not typical, don't be typical. Past results don't guarantee future returns, right? But it's something that's touched and inspired my life, and definitely many other women. We want to share this with you, right? We want to share this gift on how it can touch your lives and your families. And IML has created a platform, has created a prestigious university. Think of the Harvard, the Yale of Forex, right? And Forex is what? Learning the language of money. It's like going to learn a new language, maybe going to learn Spanish or Italian, but you're learning the language of money. You're learning a skill set that's going to pay you for the rest of your life, right? And with this platform, we give you the education, right? Because we can give you fish and you could eat for a day, but we can teach you how to fish and you could eat for a lifetime. So our education comes with our IML Academy. So think of it like this. When you go to a university and you sign up for a class, what do you get? You get a textbook. And your textbook is your context of that university, of that class. It's what you're going to learn from that class, right? Our academy is your context in video format, pre-recorded. Therefore, you can watch it on your own time, whether it's in the morning, whether it's at night, on a lunch break, right? It's the education, the context that you need to then graduate to our online 24/7, right, teaching. So think of it like this. Think of the professors in a class, right? The professors are there to teach you and help you. That's what our IML TV tool does. It allows you to access professionals that have been doing this for years and decades, and they're there to answer questions. They're there to help you. And you become a professional copycat of them, right? And with those two tools, now you learn the prerequisites, the terminology to understand our tools, and our tools are designed to help you cheat. I don't know if you've ever cheated before in school. I know I did. I'm guilty of it, right? And it was frowned upon. Well, here, we teach you how to cheat. Think of it like this. You show up to an exam, right? You show up to an exam, and the teacher comes up to you and hands you all of the answers to the exam, right? They hand you all the answers. You're going to get what? An A+. So our tools allow you to copy our professionals, to allow you to trade and make money like a professional while you're still learning the skill set. We provide apps for you to download on your phone. How many hours do we spend a day on our phones, on social media? Do we get paid from that? Most likely not, right? But we have apps that allow you to get paid. Instead of spending, the average American, I don't know world statistics, but the average American spends 7 hours a day on their phone. 7 hours a day. Take an hour of that, take 2 hours of that, and use apps that can get you paid. use apps that can allow your money to work for you 24 hours around the clock, whether you're working, whether you are sleeping, whether you're spending time with your friends and family. These apps get you paid, right? And our newest product that we just released just a couple weeks ago is called Gold Cup. And
give my little stand for me, please.
It's a simple, easy, fun tool that is artificial intelligence that does what is not humanly possible. It goes out 24 hours a day and it does the work for you. It finds the setups for you and it gives you the answers to the test. And you can now take those answers, plug them into your apps on your phone, and allow you to live your life while your money is working for you, so you're not constantly working for your money, right? So these tools and this platform is designed, once again, to allow you to learn the skill set over time and allow you to be a professional copycat of our professionals and allow you to make money at the same time, right? Again, results are not typical. Past profits don't guarantee future returns, right? And very simple to get started, right? Very, very simple. See, for me, I spent over $70,000 in going to get a degree to work for someone, right? I was able to retire after spending 1 year, personally, 1 year studying the skill set of Forex. I was able to retire myself, been working for myself for the last 5 years, right? And now retiring my parents. Why? Because I found $200. And here's the thing, I didn't make it an excuse that I was $70,000 in student loan debt. I didn't make an excuse that I didn't have the money to get started. But what did I do? I went out and sold my PlayStation 3. Some of you may know it was a gaming system back then. I went out to get started for $200, and that PlayStation 3 today has helped transform my life and my family's life. So you get to come in for the basic education platform for $195 your first month and a $145 monthly membership, right? To utilize tools that are helping you make money. See, my mindset was, it's not into this, but it's how much I'm going to be able to make, right? And being able, a part of a community of women that are already winning, that have made a lot of money in this, as you saw before, retiring, cars, houses, cash, right, that have done this. But guess what? People you surround yourself with, right, is the people you become. And being part of a community of women to help you empower to do these things, to create financial literacy, to create financial empowerment in your life, right, is what it's all about. So I'm not going to go on too much longer. I'm going to hand it back to Dr. China to talk about our community and what we're doing for women on top of what already IML offers on a daily basis, where you have access to these women that are out there succeeding, that are out there getting results. And one of them is our very own Dr. China, that is spearheading this call, right, for Isis De La Torre. And she's here, a Chairman 50 in iMarkets Live. I'm not going to say numbers. Ask your friend what Chairman 50 means, but that is a multi-millionaire, right? And that's not including trading. So she's out there empowering women and empowering people all over the world, right? And putting her money to work for her. So I'm going to hand it back to you, Mrs. Chairman 50, Dr. China.
I love you, Spiller. You're absolutely amazing. And I'm going to disclaim again, you're going to hear us do this. And let me tell you why. This is not that thing that we want to make sure that we always protect the house. What I know is that nothing is guaranteed. How many people you know that went to college, that got a degree, that stuck with student loan debt, that may not even be working in their field right now? Not even that was guaranteed to them that they were going to even get a job. So when people come into free enterprise, because that's where you are right now, an opportunity for you to learn the skill set. Why is it not guaranteed? Because I can't guarantee that you're going to do what's required. I can't guarantee that you're going to study. I can't guarantee you're going to be serious. I can't guarantee that you're going to commit to doing what it takes to become successful. You is that and that it's necessary, the people are able to see results. What those results are, that's totally up to them. Listen, you're going to hear from women tonight who are going to blow your mind, and we're going to be very mindful to not, say specific things, but I want to show you the level of freedom that they have. Spiller talked about being able to retire her parents. I've been able to retire my parents by the grace of God. I can say this right now. I want to just say salute to every woman that's out there that's a breast cancer survivor. Every woman that may know someone that's fighting right now. As this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, our heart is seriously to help women who are going through tough times where they cannot work a job. You know, I know some women who unfortunately were diagnosed and they still got to get up and provide for their children after going through chemotherapy and radiation. And I'm saying to myself, my God, I was laying in bed and I didn't have the energy and I didn't have the strength. I can't imagine that if my child at the time, because it was only one, if she was going to eat, it was going to be up to me getting up in that condition. But could you imagine a woman who's fighting right now, being able to pick up her phone, directions that can make a tremendous difference for her life? Well, now she can pay her bills. Now she can feed her children. Now she can get through what she needs to get through. See, here's what I know. This opportunity is so much bigger than money. This is about purpose. It's about impact. It's about what we could do. And it's so much bigger than just you yourself. Once you come in here and you see what we have, because before you get here, most people think it's so hard and so intimidating, and they can't even wrap their mind around it. That was me. I almost said no, because when I heard the verbiage, it was unfamiliar. When I saw the charts, I was intimidated. I'm thinking, I got 3 kids, I got a husband, I got multiple businesses that I'm operating. I don't have time to learn this. Like Dr. Kathy Kirkland, who was disciplined enough to sit on trainings with Christopher Terry, the CEO of iMarkets Live, a man who's invested decades of years into learning this. She was able to gain what she needed. She was able to grow money, and I got hope from her. Seeing another woman be able to do it. And so I tell you guys right now, we're going to help you through this, bringing you into this community, this sisterhood that's full of love, so that you can see that, for number one, it's a lot of fun and it's slightly addictive. When we show you how to make some money from your cell phone, you might walk into work a little bit differently. So let's keep going. The community is amazing, and I want to bring on another woman in just a second as we go deeper and show you the diversity and the flexibility and the amazing, incredible women and their stories. You're going to just fall in love with women who win. So the community provides you a website, it provides you a Facebook group that's open. But when you go to the next level of exclusivity, we actually have a Pip Talk room where you're going to get trade alerts coming into that room. All of the women who win retreats, you can back up one more. The women who win retreats and cruises and the podcast and the communication, all of those things you'll get updates from. And we have a special surprise at the end. So I'm telling you right now, you got to wait to the end for the big announcement that's going to go anywhere, because we got something so huge that we're going to announce. But before we do, I want to bring on a woman who is just blazing the trail. She's doing an incredible job. She's a wife. She's a mom. She's a Chairman 50 as well, and iMarkets Live, doing an incredible job. She is blazing stages all around the world. And this woman is a mommy on a mission. I want to check to see if we have none other than Angela Cruikshank on the line. Angela, are you out there tonight? I know you are. Go ahead and unmute and let us see your beautiful face if you can.
I am here. China, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Angela. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about what you're doing. Moms on a mission, and everything that you've done, the contributions, and just your heart of servitude. We just appreciate your commitment, your dedication, and we love you, sister girl. So come on here and just pour it to these women and let them know why they need to be doing this, regardless of who they are and where they are.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully you can see me too.
I can.
Yeah, I'm so excited because, as a mother, as a wife, as a woman that wears so many different hats, many of us on here can attest to the fact that we kind of have this stance, if you would, of superwoman. We get the job done regardless of what happens to us. And, my story is very common. I saw it happen for many, many, many women. The corporate background, did what my parents told me to do, which is go to school, get a good education, so I can go get a good job with benefits. And I did that, made the 6 figures, had the great job, had the, the house, the car, all the things that people would consider to be successful. And then I had a defining moment happen in my life when my husband and I decided we were going to start a family. We had 4 miscarriages before my son Joshua came. And that's where it shifted for me. You know, I can remember having my son on a Saturday, getting a call from that job at the time I worked there 6 years, pretty much saying to me, I need to come back to work that following Monday because they didn't have maternity leave. In the state of Florida, it's not mandatory for your company to give you maternity leave. It's completely up to the company whether or not they decide to give it to you. And that moment, looking back at it now, my son is 12 years old. He was a miracle baby. It was literally what I consider my defining moment. See, here's what I know to be true. Every person that I've seen to be successful has had a defining moment. And many of the ladies on this call, this will be your defining moment. My defining moment was when they called me and said, I need to come back to work. And I said, I'm not going to leave a sick baby with a complete stranger. I made the decision to take my son, go back to New York and start traditional businesses. Went on and owned several barbershops, hair salon, things of that nature. But I realized as a traditional business owner, there's a lot that it takes to actually run a traditional business. And so when I was introduced to the industry of network marketing, and I saw women just like you, China, just like you, Sheila, you know, Dr. Jill and Bees, I saw them from backgrounds very similar to mine, and they're making 6 and 7 and 8 figures. And really because they connected to individuals that they were able to glean from and learn from, I made a decision that I can absolutely do that. And fast forward makes exactly 2 years that I actually was on a conference call that I heard Miss Tamara Young. At the time, I didn't even know who she was. Somebody sent it to me from someone else. And I heard a group of women sharing their testimonies as to what this Forex market was able to do for them. And at the time, I had no idea what Forex even was. And I recognized as an educated Black woman with all these degrees, all these businesses I had, all these boards I sat on, as a mother, I had no idea what these individuals were talking about. And I recognized in that moment, it wasn't about me, I was just in the wrong circle because I didn't have activation that they had. I recognized that the difference between the rich and wealthy and the broken poor was access to information. And these women had access to information I had not gotten. And so I made a decision, we're not only going to learn this training, but we're going to share this with as many people as we possibly can. And as a result, today, we were able to not only make so much, make a good amount of money, we're not going to state what that is, but be able to help so many other families. My initiative, Moms on the Mission, was from me as a mother, seeing so many mothers, Dr. China, who, like myself, had stopped dreaming, had stopped believing, said, we're going to live vicariously for our children because they're the next generation. But the reality of it was that our children were looking to us to be role models. And I think I mentioned this before. I remember wanting my daughter at 4 or 5 saying, Mom, I want to be like you. And I was able to hear her say that to me 2.5 years ago. And for me, that was it. Because it wasn't looking at Beyonce, what people on TV or the people at her school. She actually had a physical person in her home that she could say, I want to be like my mother because she saw what we were able to do. And so the whole Moms on a Mission is tied in because we realize that there's so many women out there that want to live in their goals and dreams. See, ladies, what you have to know is that God has designed you to win. Every of us uniquely has something on the inside of us that God has put in us that only you can do the way you can do it. It could be 10 other people doing the same thing, but there's something that you can do only the way that you can do it. And it's not until you can connect to the right group of individuals that can allow you to be stretched, because anything that gets stretched can never go back to its original form, that you will begin to start to operate outside of the box. And you will start to grow and develop what it is that you have on the inside of you. So what we have here, really, truly, if you think about it, is really just a vehicle or platform for you to really do what you were created to do. And you have a group of individuals who have invited you on this call that's going to be willing to pour into you what somebody has poured into them. Our goal as women, we know that we are women. Our womb has the capacity to birth things out. So when we understand that you're connected to individuals that if you really align with them, they can help you birth out that vision. They can help you birth out that beauty salon. They can help you birth out that clothing line. They can help you birth out whatever it is. And we've just given you a vehicle. We've given you an actual opportunity in where you can find the seed money to do that. So I love that we have 2 parts to this, and the fact that we have so many women from so many walks, Speela, master trader, young lady who's doing some phenomenal things. So many other individuals like yourself, Dr. China, and Dr. Jewel, and Dr. Kathy. And I mean, we could go on all day because it's a diverse group of individuals that have come together and realized that what we have is so much old gold, our own missions. All of us have different women missions. We realize that this foundation that we have here is going to allow us to take all the other goals that we have to the next level. So I'm excited because I know that weekend of Trade of Them, when we get together 3 days, women get a skill set that can pay you for the rest of your life, is going to be life transforming. So ladies, if you're not part of iMarkets Live, I encourage you, don't get caught into that phase of I don't know how. You don't need to know how, but you need to know why. You know, last thing I need to say is that, listen, at the end of the day, I know that those of us who are moms, our goal is to have our freedom, whether it be financial freedom, time freedom. But freedom is not free, ladies. There is a price that you're going to have to pay. And you've got to make a decision. What am I willing to sacrifice in order to get that freedom that I'm looking for? I made the sacrifice 2 years ago to plug into this particular system. And I can tell you this, I might have 99 problems, but money ain't one of them anymore. So I'll throw it back over to you. I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you ladies on this call tonight.
Oh my gosh, Angela, guys, let's give her some love. She poured out her heart. Absolutely amazing. I tell you what, so much purpose here, so much passion. And I love what you said, Angela. You have something in your hand that you've been passionate about. Ladies, if you know anybody who has a woman's empowerment movement, we want to provide that financial arm. Many times I can tell you I'm a public speaker and I go to many conferences, and a lot of the women are amazingly inspired in that environment because of the exposure, but then they go back to their reality. They don't have the tools and resources to change their financial situation. That's what Women Who Win Worldwide provides. So whatever you're holding on to, whatever you're passionate about, whatever vision God gave you, align with Women Who Win Worldwide. We provide you that financial credibility with the tools and resources that we have right here. So let's keep going, Spila. There's so many more amazing women that are going to share tonight. So what's coming? We got some big secrets that are going to release. So you gotta stay tuned to the end to hear what's coming next. But just know we have amazing Women Who Win retreats and cruises and podcasts and events that are going to be coming up that you must be a member to have access to. So this is an exclusive sisterhood, an exclusive community. So I want you to be thinking right now, whoever invited you here, you need a conversation with them once this is over, because guess what? This is going to be the largest women financial in the world, point blank, period. We've already impacted 80,000 people around the world. And our goal and mission, you'll see at the end, is to actually get to 1 million people by 2020. I can tell you right now, women will be 50% of that 1 million. You want to be a part of that. So before we go any further, I want to bring on my sister. This is the reason that I'm in iMarkets Live. I got a call from this woman one day, and what I know about her, we actually made a few $1 million together before in the past, and we did very well. But what I know about her is that she kept her money. You know, how many people know some people that have made some money, lost some money, right? Mm-hmm. She kept her very, very wise with investments and very, very astute with economics. And so when she called me about this, I didn't know what she was talking about. She was talking about Forex, and I'm like, for what? For who are you saying, right? But I listened to the results. The results that people were experiencing was literally blowing my mind. The freedom and paying stuff off and the amount of money that they were able to take a small amount and grow it to a large amount. Literally heard people that were able to take, you know, small amounts of money, 10, 20 cents, 50 cents, and you'll see what we mean. When people are trading in the market, they're taking sometimes 50 cents, $1, and you're growing that money. You ever heard somebody say, I want to make $1 out of 15 cents? Well, we found the way that you can make a lot more than $1 out of 15 cents. So ladies and gentlemen, help welcome my sister, none other than Jewel. Hello, my sister.
Hey, pretty girl. Oh my gosh, this is like so amazing. I think we're just hitting right at about 1,000 women from all over the world. I just want to say to all you ladies, this is a divine appointment for you to be on this webinar right now. It really, really, really is. Dr. China, you know, your work ethic, your diligence, your love for the women, it just permeates, you know, really in everything that you do. This whole Women Who Win Worldwide was really about women at large. I've been at a conference all week with my amazing husband, Ben, and our spiritual covering is Pastor Taffy Dollar. And she's doing a whole series right now on biblical equality. And it really is so in alignment with this. And biblical equality for women is not about women dominating men. It's not about women are being better than men. It's not about one, gender ruling over another. It's about understanding that there's an individuality that God has put on the inside of each of you. I was talking to a woman today, true story. And this woman was married to an amazing man, had a wonderful life. And he recently just died, a couple months ago. And she'd been married to him for like 30-something years, right? And I was talking to her, and she said, she just bought a beautiful new mansion. And she said, Jewel, I'm having to figure out what I like. I said, well, what do you mean by that? She said, because for all these years, my husband did all the decorating. He pretty much, chose the house, which I like the houses. I like how he decorated. She said, but I had become so accustomed to him doing everything that I kind of had to awaken what I like, what I want, And I was sitting there and I was talking to Pastor Taffy about this, and I said, this is why what she's doing, this is why what we're doing here at iMarkets Live is so extremely pivotal, because I don't believe that when you got married, you were supposed to leave your brain at the altar. I do not believe that when you have an unction to do something, put in a trade, buy a property, invest in an oil well, I don't believe that you should, and there's nothing wrong with getting counsel. There's nothing wrong with getting people's opinions. But one thing that I've learned about being married to my amazing husband for the last 18 years is that I want to keep my individuality. I want him to keep his individuality, because that's what keeps the marriage exciting. That's what keeps it, spicy, because I don't know what he's going to create next. And he doesn't need my permission to win, and I don't need his permission to win. And so we want you all, at the end of the day, to become better mothers, better wives, better sisters, better friends. And the reality is when you're winning, when you are fulfilled, when you come into the purpose and the plan, and you realize that you have a bigger plan. Yes, there was a plan for you to change diapers. Yes, there was a plan for you to cook meals, but there was also a plan for you to dominate in this earth. There was a plan for you to prosper. There was a plan for you to expand. And so I love what we're going to be doing with the retreats, the cruises, the podcasts, the events. Dr. China, it's like you said, the sisterhood. Angela said the same thing. The sisterhood. Spila said the same thing. You're going to hear the same thing. And the thing that I love about this group, Angela, is that we're all loving on one another. We're all celebrating one another. We're all saying, get it, girl, you can do this, girl, go, girl. We all need that. We all need that. And this is the other thing that I love about Women Will Win. Not only are we celebrating one another, but we're not afraid to say, girl, I feel vulnerable right now.
Yes.
I can do this right now. I don't know if I can handle this right now. So, just like, there have been many times, Sharon and I were up talking last night, planning and all of that. And we have those vulnerable moments with one another. Like, girl, I'm just feeling like really overwhelmed right now. I'm really feeling, girl, you pray for me right now. Or you know what? Something's going on in my body, or, something's going on with my husband or my children. You need that, because so many times when women have that happen, opposed to them persevering, they drop everything. They drop their business, they drop their trading. And we want to teach you that in your strong moments and in your weak moments, we are there for you. We're going to be there for Stila. We're going to be there for Angela. Somebody get married like Ashia, we're going to be there for you. And so I want to bring on another two women that I absolutely have so much love for. And that's what I love. It's like I think we said this last night, we say this a lot. We're close, but everybody doesn't have that. And we want everybody to really have that genuine sisterhood. When I see Angela get on the stage, I'm like, that's a bad chick. And when she get down off the stage, I want her to know that what you had to say impacted my life. This is what I was walking through. But when you said this, when I hear Spila say that I'm retiring my parents, God, such a young woman with so much vision. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is the vision and the dreams that's working in one woman begins to stir up in another woman. And so this is why Women Who Win is so critical for this next phase that you're getting ready to come into. So I want to bring this next woman on right now. I called her, and, you know, she blew me off, quite honestly, for a couple of months. But I knew that if she would just be open, and I want to see all the guests right now. If you're a guest on here and you're, you know, on this webinar, I just want you to put in the chat right now. Guest, just type in guest. I want to see if you're on here, because you're not going to stay a guest, because like China, you just said this a minute ago, this is so much bigger than just making money. IML will give you a fulfillment that I want every woman to experience. I want you to enjoy your womanhood. I want you to enjoy your femininity. I want you to enjoy winning. We just want you to enjoy. That's really what it's about. So anyway, I called this woman. She blew me off a couple times. But honey, you know how it is when you're sister friends, you don't get offended. So I wasn't offended at the fact that she blew me off, because I said, if I could just get her to engage, I know that she will kill this space. And so now, not only does she come in and kill the space, but she is now an IML TV educator. She's been able to pay off her debt. She's building her dream house in the Caribbean. And it's just really exciting. Then you're going to hear from another woman who's a school teacher who really didn't think that this was for her. She was just watching her husband. But I want to bring on right now Miss Lee Allen out of Dallas, Texas. Lee, when I tell you, I am so proud of you. And the lives that you've changed. You're such a team player. You really want to see people win. China and I talk about you often. Like, that Lee is a bad, bad, bad chick. So Lee Allen, are you on here?
I see Lee, they're typing her name, but I don't see her over here unless she's under something else. Lee, if you're there, let us know so we can pull you in here. Is that on? I know Adaize's here for sure.
Yeah, Adaize is definitely here. So why don't we move over to Adaize? I don't know what happened to Lee. She texted me.
Lee's doing such a phenomenal job. I remember when she kept blowing you off. She blew you off for a minute, right, Jill? She was just like, what you talking about?
Well, I had to stay on Lee for months, okay? I was like, Lee, please, I know you can do this, girl.
And now she's impacting so many lives. So I know the beautiful Adaize Duncan. One of the first faces that people see when they join IML Live is on here. She actually just got off of IML TV. Talk about serving. So we love it.
And you know, and Adaize too, trying to remember, Adaize was actually our first female educator that IML ever had.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. We love her.
Adaize, are you there, beautiful?
The mommy who made no excuses with her baby girl, newborn baby. She was feeding and watching Christopher Terry on IML TV. I remember that. Okay, Adaize, I see you. 1 second. Let's get you.
Okay, so we are saying she's on too. So we'll just troubleshoot her while Adaize is on. Adaize, are you there?
Adaize, you should be on now.
Yeah.
Hi, we can't hear you though.
Let's see.
Days are amazing.
Yes, we can. Hello.
I just gotta get the stand right now.
Educator and trainer and all of that good stuff. Welcome, my sister.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Hey, everybody. How are you guys doing? Just finished talking to a lot of you. That's right. Man, I'm really I'm happy to be here. I'm really grateful, really blessed. Look at all these people, all these amazing people. Hey, everybody. I just see the chat just blowing up. Awesome. Yes. Back to the basics. I'm grateful. I'm humbled to be here. This is not how I imagined my life to be at all. I was a school teacher, and I love you guys too. Thank you all. I was a school teacher, and I taught for 10 years, and I taught high school.
I'm sorry,
that's like best age for just learning people in general. Kindergartners, elementary school kids they're sweet and they're forgiving, but high schoolers, they're very unforgiving. And that was where I was at. Man, you guys are distracting me with all these amazing chats. Thank you.
I know that
Honestly,
I'm still trying to
I
fix
got
this
into
camera.
this business because my husband was in the business. He does network marketing, and I don't know if there's any women on here that can relate to how I was. I was just kind of in the background, and I liked my background. Learned this whole Forex thing. It looked like hieroglyphics and a totally different language that I didn't want to be a part of. And after he basically challenged me. He told me that, you tend to do a lot of things and not finish them. And I couldn't really argue with that. It was true. Like I had started, photography business and I didn't finish it. There was a lot of things I had started that I did not finish. And so this was the thing that I said, all right, I'm going to set a date. I'm going to try this out. I'm going to give this 90 days. I'm just going to give it 90 days. That will be my baby step way to get in, start something, and hopefully finish it. And as
Sorry,
I kind of like this, and boy, thank you so much. And boy, I feel like this is gonna need more than 90 days, way more than 90 days. So I said I'd give it 6 months. And if I told you, I don't even have enough time to tell my whole story, but let's just say the short end of it is I ended up leaving my job to do this full time. I didn't have all the answers. I just ended up leaving my job to do this full time. Now, I was hoping that I was just going to do this off in the shadows by myself because, believe it or not, I was an introvert, or at least I thought I was. And it was because of, I know I got, you guys were mentioning Lee. In my experience, just getting in, it was China, Jewel, and Tamara. They saw something in me that I didn't see, and they came to me and they asked me to do some training. I need my me time. I just quit a job. I don't want a whole nother. But because of their constant, being persistent, and I really appreciate that, they had me do some trainings for our team. So it was actually me, Lee, and Kathy. We had our own little version of INLTV for our team, and we started doing our trainings. And before you know it, I really appreciate China, Tamara. There's so many other women. I heard Angela Crushing was speaking, and Spila, I'm getting to work with her. Just because of where just being in the right position, I was recommended to Chris Terry for my training skills, and I became the first female educator on INLTV platform. And also, that segued into just being able to create, and co-create the iMarkets Live Academy. And I'm trying to tell you guys, when you have something that you love to do, what I love to do, guys, I love to do teaching. That's what I love to do. You might not think that Forex or trading is for you, but you never know where it can lead. You never know who you know can lead to. Because I can remember being in the classroom when the kids left to go to lunch, looking at careerbuilder.com, trying to find what else can I do? Because I don't know if I'm going to make being an educator, there's nothing bigger, it's nothing better. It's just the same thing at a higher level, the same mess in politics at a higher level. It killed my dream. And as a result, my dream died, and I didn't think that I could take my passion to teach anywhere else. Because, being in America, we know teachers, they just don't get paid. They're not appreciated. And so now I happen to be blessed with this amazing platform, iMarkets Live TV. I get to teach people every day if I want to, every other day if I want to. I have over 80,000 students all over the world, people that see the Academy, and I have people constantly affirming this gift. And it was because of it's not what I knew. Is who I knew. It was this sisterhood that we all got introduced to. So you never know what this, you might have thought you came here to learn Forex. Now you can learn Forex and learn how to pay some of these, not just bills, but thrills, okay? Pay these thrills, what you want to do. You can learn that thing, but you also are gaining access to a network of women, and we're powerful. We're very powerful, and that's nothing to take lightly. So you never know where your passion is going to meet you. Get off Career Builder, all right, and get in here and get into this network. And I really appreciate the amazing leadership that we have here. I thank you very much, Dr. Jewel, China, Spilla. Thank you for all. Over and over and over. I'm done.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. That red lipstick is popping, girl. Different talk. So I think Lee is up here now, Dr. Jewel. We got her.
Yeah, you see her? It says I am a people with Lee.
She's in. She's panel.
Good evening.
Hey, Lee.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm going to be real upfront with you. I'm lying here in bed because I'm going to get up for London in just a few hours. So I wanted to let you know that I'm super excited to be on here. There's a couple of things that I heard as I got on, and we were talking about the sisterhood, and we were talking about, encouraging each other, being there for each other. So I think that that's one of the most important things that I've discovered in this realm is that what I love about what we're doing is because it doesn't matter what culture you're from. It doesn't matter what education you have, what past you have, what you know and you don't know. Because once you get into this realm, it's like we all have blindfold to do is lead each other to the water. We lead each other to the well. And so when Dr. Jewel first called me and she was telling me about this, you guys know how excited she can be about things. Whatever Dr. Jewel is doing, she's passionate about, and she gives it her 100%. And so when she was first calling me and telling me about trading, like most of you guests probably that are on, or most of you ladies that were on, you probably thought, say, what? I don't know where you're coming from, because what in the world? I know she's all about money and finance and investing and helping people get to the next level and 6 figures and 7 figures and 8 figures. But I thought, trading? Are you kidding me? I've never even considered that. I've never thought about it. I never had penny stocks and E-Trade. That's something somebody else did for me. And so, first of all, I just want to say this to any of you that are on here tonight, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know what they're talking about. It's foreign, it's Greek. I can't even imagine. I want to tell you that I went from zero to hero in about 30 days when it comes to this. I was able to, can you guys hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand that when I got into this, just like everybody else, I'm sure in here that's on this panel, we did not have a clue what this was. When Adeze says ziggy zags or jiggy jags, I mean, that's exactly what it was. I looked at those charts and those things that these guys were showing us. And here's another thing. These guys talk a different language than the women do. So when I got on there with those guys, they were like talking Greek, and they were, like, I think they were just filled with testosterone or something, and they had to sound like, all these big words, and I did not have my Forex dictionary out. I had no clue what they were saying. I was lost as a goose. I was in a Greek geometry class. I get off and think, what do I do? What do I do? How am I going to learn this? And IML Academy was awesome. And, I was able to take little bitty bites at a time. And I love video. I love learning by rewind. You can take a note. You can rewind. You can go forward. You can rewind. I mean, it could take me hours to go through 15 minutes of a video because I was trying to make sure I understood it. AJ was mentioning it's so funny because a few months into it, I'd only been trading for a few months. Everybody got into it way before I did. Remember, because I was ignoring Dr. Jewel for about 3 or 4 months there. And so finally we got in and we went in. We had our own little INL TV, so to speak. Dr. China and myself and Adede and Dr. Kathy and Camille, we were on there and we were speaking to women in a language that we could understand. We were passionate. We were doing laundry while we were trading. We were taking care of the family. We were doing stuff while we were actually trading and learning how to make money at the same time. We were earning. We were
now.
We were taking care of our families and we were doing what we needed to be doing.
Tiana Queen better go to sleep.
It didn't take long at all for all of a sudden I got so addicted. I think it took me about 48 hours to get addicted to this. It was so much fun. I couldn't put the phone down. And next thing you know, because I was sleeping on the couch, my husband was like, "Are you ever coming back to bed?" I was like, "Well, I don't know." But guys, I want to tell you that this is this is a completely different world than you've probably ever been invited to. But the space that you're going to see is going to open you up to a whole new realm of opportunity, possibility, expand your mind, open your wallet. Now my husband tells everyone, that his wife has the answer to, we were in custom home building industry and oh my gosh, it leveled out in 06 and 07 and for about 7 years we were famine, and everything was diving, tanking, losing savings, losing everything. And then we've been in this rebuilding stage. And then now for Forex to come along and turn everything around, where we're able to pay for our son's college with cash from Forex, able to pay off all of our debt, be completely debt-free, able to now, I'm leaving for Belize in 7 days to meet a builder and look at land to build a home. And you know what? That's just part of it. We have 3 ministries that we're able to help support. We have so many different things that God is just opening the doors for. But you know what? I'm going to tell you one of the things that probably I was just talking to someone today, and I said the thing that's probably the nearest and dearest to my heart. I love teaching. I love helping other people. But the biggest thing that changed my life, and I'm going to cry, I'm going to tell you, is that when we have all of these people on our training sessions, and they come on and they tell me, they say, you know what, I was so ready to give up. But now I'm actually making money. Now I'm actually able to win. Now I'm actually feel like I'm digging myself out of a hole. Now there's possibility. Now I'm dreaming again. Now I'm able to do things I wasn't able to do. When you get on and you're able to help people, this is about helping others, guys. This isn't about us. This is about helping you. We want to see you win.
We love you so much, Lee. We thank you so much. Everybody's on here just giving you so much love as we just hear your heart pour out. Absolutely priceless. We thank you so much just for who you are, coming and sharing and serving and being so diligent. It's absolutely amazing. We love you, Lee. Thank you so, so much.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you guys for everything you're doing.
Wow, guys. This is real. And this is why I tell you, we are the heart of iMarkets Live. We are women that's coming into a male-dominated space and we're shaking some things up. And not everybody's going to like it and not everybody's going to be okay with it. It's not that it's going to, just be this walk in the park, but banded together, arm by arm, we are going to heights and levels that the world has never seen before. The level of unity that's coming together, not just us united. You're talking about women that's united, that are financially free and financially stable, that's impacted nations and generations around the world. This is a mission, it's a cause, it's an initiative. It's not just let me make money to pay my bills. Once you get that level of freedom, it's so much more that you want to do. And with this sisterhood, it's going to really expand your mind and expand your heart. So I love everybody who's spoken so far. Guys, as you see, we have the Women Who Win Worldwide t-shirts. Many of you have been asking about them. I got mine on right now. I don't know if you guys could actually see it, but I got mine on. Yay, it's so beautiful. It just makes everything pop, right? So you can go on right now to imlgear.com. imlgear.com. I believe it's a promotion that's happening right now. Normally it's one price, but it's a different price. Very, very affordable. So for those of you that want to be rocking your Women Who Win Worldwide shirts, just know that you wear this with pride. It means so much. You hear the heart of what we're doing. So make sure that you go ahead and click the link. I believe there's somebody on that's going to put the link there. But listen, the next woman that we're going to hear from is actually the wife of the gentleman who put that entire store together. He's very influential in what we're doing. This woman is in Utah. She's a beautiful mom and wife. And I don't want to tell too much of her story, but she's gorgeous, well-educated, serving God and loving people. And I just want to hear from none other than the incredible Chairman 50, Jamie Boyd. Jamie, how are you today?
Hey, so excited to be on with you today. Can you hear me?
Beautiful. Your lipstick is popping too, girl. I love girl things.
Those lips, gotta have lips. And so, you know what I love is I love that I'm united in the sisterhood, that we are so often on the same page. I think that sometimes women, we've talked about that we're having this worldwide sisterhood moving forward to unite together to find success, that we're not on a different team than the men. It's that I feel like we vibrate on a different frequency. And I don't know about you, I have this soulful need to connect with women, to be successful with women. I truly believe as you find empowerment in yourself,
Brandon
that you
Boyd,
have
wife.
this deep desire to share it with others. And one of the things I absolutely love about IML is it brings freedom on so many levels. You know, sometimes you hear people and they say that money doesn't buy happiness, and that's true. There's so much more that comes into being an important part of happiness. But money doesn't buy happiness, but it sure opens a lot of doors, and it sure brings a lot of peace. And so IML gives you an opportunity for a financial freedom, but more important than that, I feel like it gives you a sense of self, gives you something worthy to promote, to share with others, that they might change their lives right along with you. And so we just had a wonderful convention in Fort Lauderdale, and I love being able to sit and talk with women. I love learning from other women. I love feeling united with other women. When this cause was announced, I was blown away and so excited. Here we're in Utah, and some other ladies and I were doing some women empowerment on a smaller scale. It was still very successful. We still really enjoyed it, and yet I'm so excited to be a part of this, to move forward with all the things that you're about to tell us, and tell us about opportunities that we're going to have to unite as women together. Angela, earlier, I loved some of the things she said. I love that she said that over time she learned that the rich had access to information. I truly believe the saying that your network is your net worth. In IML, you have this wonderful opportunity to unite both with men and women who have a broader perspective than most of the people you meet on a daily basis. The thing about wherever you live, at least where I grew up, I personally feel that most people, women, men, in general, don't dream big enough. And IML gives you an opportunity to dream bigger than you've ever dreamed. And so Brandon and I, my husband, he is the face and driving force of our business, but I'm partnered with him and so excited to be partnered with him. We've had opportunities to travel throughout Europe and other places and meet individuals and unite with them, you know, have one-on-one meetings with a couple in France and have them show us Paris and us teach them how to transform their business and transform their financial success. Another thing Angela said that I really liked, let me find it. I'd heard this before, but I love how when you hear things again, sometimes it just impacts your soul on a different level. Anything stretched can't go back is one of the things she said. And I truly believe that. It's time. I'm so proud of you women who are on this call, those who have already moved forward with IML, those who are about to pull the trigger and move forward with IML. It is a platform that will completely change your life. And so it'll teach you to dream bigger. It'll give you that education. My girl on here, Adeze, love her. And so excited to move forward with you women. So proud of you for even having the dream and the vision to be on this call and think a little bit bigger and dream a little bit bigger. Hey girl, saw Adeze in the chat box. And so My backstory, not as important at this moment, but you know, all of us have had struggle in life. Before I met Brandon, I was a single mom, was going to school full time on scholarship. That was the way that I was providing for my 2 daughters that I had at the time. Now Brandon and I have 6 beautiful children, but once upon a time was a single mom with 2 daughters trying to make it happen. One of the things that I found so interesting when I was going to school, I went to school in the medical background. First was nursing, and then it switched to pre-med, and so exercise science is my background. But in that realm, I really had a need and a desire to make a difference. And, you know, when you first got on here, China, you talked about Africa, and I know that you've been able to go and visit and be making a difference in Africa. When I was going to school in the medical background, I thought that was the only way I was ever going to make a difference in Africa. I thought unless I was a doctor or a nurse that could travel abroad, that was the only way I could see at that limited point in my life of how to make a difference. But now, being partnered with IML for the last few years, seeing the vision, seeing it absolutely transform our life, the lives of our 6 children. You know, we're able to sponsor multiple children around the world. We're able to donate in so many different ways that we never would have been able to without the financial backing that IML provides us. But I love that we can make a difference throughout the entire world because we have a platform like nothing I've ever seen. We have an education system like nothing I've ever seen. We have a network of women who are powerful, who are educated, and have a soulful desire to unite and to build each other up. And so I love being a part of IML. I look forward to continuing to meet more of you, and I look forward to more of you calls and hopefully being a part of them as we unite as a worldwide sisterhood. So,
wow. Love you, Jamie. Thank you so much. You're absolutely amazing, and we just appreciate your heart, the support. You know, a lot of women that are on here, maybe their husbands are taking a lead with this, and maybe they say, hey, they can hop on and just see what they're launching for women, whether they're interested in building a business or learning how to trade. We want to also show you how to support your spouse so that you could, you know, see what your role is and how this could be amazing for you. So we love you so much, Jamie. Thank you for your transparency. We're looking forward to so much more. So listen, remember, you're going to stay on the end. We got one more person that we want you to hear from. Then a big announcement is going to be made. So don't go anywhere. I got to bring this chick on the line. She's a bad girl. She's a boss chick that's making it happen all the way from Texas. And when I first heard her speak, I was on fire. Just imagine being around all of this amazing, these amazing gifts. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I want to bring on my money girlfriend, none other than the one and only top chairman, Miss Wanda Webb. Wanda, where are you, lady?
Hello, China. How are you? It says that you have to start my video for me, so I think I did this correct. What's up, women?
All right, let's see if you
What's up?
Oh, girl, you got some too. Yes, girl, come through.
Listen. Oh my goodness, this is so amazing. 1,000 women on a call. 1,000 women on a call. Do you know what could happen if each one of you were just motivated to leave this call and do your part to create wealth for a global sisterhood? Listen, poverty has a face, and it is female, because 70% of the world that lives in poverty, 70% of poverty in the globe is female. That is a statistic this year that was reported by the United Nations. 70% of people living in poverty in this world are female. 7 out of 10 of your sisters are living in poverty, suffering, quietly suffering. You might be on the call right now and you've been quietly suffering. There's no reason for you to do this by yourself. You are not called to share burdens by yourself. We are literally sticking our hand out right now and saying that we want to share your burdens. We want to share the workload. Somebody on this call was just crying into their pillow last night, quietly, because they didn't want to wake up their children in the house. Someone on this call right now is in a relationship that they should not be in because of money. Somebody on this call right now is living in circumstances that they know are not for them because of lack of money. Somebody on this call right now has just recently said the words, "I think God forgot about me." Those are all lies, and I just want you to know that you are precious. You have wealth buried inside of you. There is millions and millions and millions of dollars buried deep down inside of every single one of you. I don't care who you are. In fact, the person who doubts the most, there is more wealth built inside of you. There is millions of dollars deep down inside of you, and all you have to do is dig it out. And some of you have no idea where you're going to start. You have no idea where to start. You start by accepting the hand that is reaching out to you. Some of you think you're suffering silently. You're not. We are a sisterhood. I had a girlfriend tell me, you know, I want to get on the call, Wanda, but the last thing I feel when I'm around other women is empowered. Shame on us that we haven't done more, but we're doing more. This is a place where trust me, we are just like you, a work in progress. And I just need you guests that are on this call, give us permission. Will you give us permission to put a paycheck in your pocket? Will you please give us permission to love you where you are? We are asking you to give us permission to share your burdens. Will you give us permission to be an ear to you, to be a shoulder to you? Some of you physically can feel the pain and the suffering and the financial stress that is taking years away from your life, and you get to accept the help that is being placed on the table for you. I'm telling you, please, please accept this help. We are talking about Mickey Mouse money to get started. I've been part of this company now for 9 months, and the only thing I do not like is that I think it is too cheap to get started. Because when people get started, they don't take it, they don't know why is it so affordable. It's affordable because people like Isis and Latorre know that we have a lot of work to do. And so maybe you're looking at this and you're thinking, I've never done anything like this. Oh, that's the best stories. The best stories. You heard from 2 of our educators who said they had no idea what this was, and now every day they're teaching tens of thousands of women how to do this. I will tell you this. I have to operate more buttons on my washing machine to do a load of laundry than I have to operate on my trading app to make money. There are more buttons on my washing machine than there are in my trading app. If you think you're not smart enough, that is a lie from the enemy. You think you can't learn something new, that is a lie from the enemy. Some of you right now don't even know that you're going to be the next educators. Some way to launching countries. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. This is all I want. We just want permission. Will you give us permission? Because we're gentlewomen. We're not going to invade, but we need permission to help you make your life better, to just put our hands out. And will you receive it? Because, and this is why I'm so passionate about this, because someone called me. I was part of a network marketing company, and just to be very transparent with you, I never wanted to do network marketing. Like, those were one of these things. That's one of those things. That's corny. People don't really make money. I was so ignorant. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you are not a multi-millionaire, then you should not accept advice from people who don't have what you want. And let's start by quit accepting your own advice.
That's for real.
I wasn't even qualified to give myself financial advice, but I was doing it every single day. And that's why I was where I was. And I saw this industry, and I put in work, and I had an amazing lifestyle. And then one day, I woke up and the check was gone. And when I say I literally went into a depression, my chest physically hurt from the nights that I was crying myself to sleep. Physically hurting. Having minor heart attacks. I'm only 34 years old. Physically, the pain. So tense that I thought, I went to a chiropractor and he says, gosh, what are you going through in life? That is how much stress was deep down inside of me. And I had a girlfriend reach out to me. And when she said the word Forex, my mind instantly shut her off. And I'm so happy that she was bold enough to say, why do you think you know wealth when you don't have wealth? It should feel foreign, girlfriend. It should sound weird, my love. It should not be recognizable to your ear because you don't have it yet. And
right.
So what I'm saying is I really believe that what women have,
I have no idea,
that sets us apart, I believe a lot of us have intuition. Some of us call it the Holy Spirit. Some of you call it vibes. I don't care what you call it. You know what I'm talking about. And I promise you, For the 900 plus women that are on this call, you know that we are speaking with truth and conviction, and we are being led. This is not led by Dr. China, Dr. Jewel. This is orchestrated by them, but you better understand that this is led by something so much bigger. 9 months ago, I was crying myself to sleep inside of my closet because I did not want my little girl to hear mommy be stressed. And this company has done everything they said they would do. Even when I had a bad attitude, this company did what they said they would do. When I was suspicious of people, this company still loved on me and helped me. When I didn't know if it would work, this company still lifted me up and told me I can do it. When I had no idea what Forex was and I was terrified to admit to people that I didn't think I was smart, this company breathed new life into me and told me that yes, I could. And so I'm not sure which one of these that you are, but here's what I know that I know. I could feel it in my body right now. My hands are shaking. That there are people on this call that really, really believe that God has forgotten about them. And I just need to tell you that you're not being picked on, my love. You're being picked.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing you have to do right now is say, okay, I'm ready to get started. If you're on the line, you're like, well, I don't have the money. We didn't ask you about the money. We asked, are you ready to join us? If you're on the line, you're like, I need to talk to my spouse. You know, real love will never require you to ask permission to step into a role that is going to elevate you. If you're on the line, you're thinking, I don't have the time. Let us show you how we can have the time. Use our time. If you're on the line and you're thinking, Wanda, I don't know basic arithmetic. That's okay. We will teach you. Because here's one thing that this group of women has done consistently for 9 months. I've watched them. They refuse to leave anyone behind. I have literally seen them create groups for women in their 70s and 80s so that they can have a place for them to tenderly, lovingly learn on their own pace. I have seen them create groups for our millennials so that they can talk their language. I have seen them create spaces for moms to learn with the few minutes they can squeeze out of their day. I don't know what your need is specifically, but we will meet it because it is our mission. We are being led by full-fledged conviction right now to not leave anyone behind. And so the door has been opened. If you get off this call and you go back to your situation the way it is, just understand that that is no one's fault but your own. And I say that with love. I say that because I know what it's like to be stubborn and to not trust people. And to be the girl that says, oh, I don't really trust other women. That is a lie. The enemy is literally holding back blessings from your life because of that. So all I want to know is, will you please give us permission to love on you, to speak life into you, to put bandages all around those wounded places that you think no one knows of, to teach you, and to just require more from you, to not forget about you, but to call you to action. We do this boldly. We do this because we know we're called to. And I just want to congratulate all the women right now who are going to get off this call with brand new hope inside of them, because that's what this is about. I know that people will say money is the root of all evil. But let me tell you what I've seen, because I've been to many countries. The lack of money is evil. The lack of money keeps you in situations you shouldn't be in, keeps you in relationships you shouldn't be in. The lack of money has you raising your babies in the side of town that you know they shouldn't be in. The lack of money. And so we're here to stomp out all lack. And we just want you to join us. There is something that you can bring to the table. I don't care how broken and wounded you feel. We recognize it. And we just want to elevate you and love on you and teach you and equip you. So sisters, will you please give us permission to go into those deep hidden places that you think no one knows about, and to help you just moment by moment rise out of it, take a deep breath and say, he's not through with me yet. I have so much more to offer. And I just want to congratulate every single one of you that are making a decision. We do not take this lightly. This is a calling for us. And we are going to show you that when you step into faith, what the rest of it will take place. That's it. China, I just want to thank you for this opportunity, because I could just feel, I know you feel it, what's happening here. And this is so far beyond us. This is so outside of us. And I'm so excited for you to announce the platform that people are going to have access to, because there are women right now that have no access to personal development. There are women right now who've been listening to their own depression. They've been listening to their own brokenness. And I'm just here to say that it stops now. It stops now. Because you are a woman does not mean that you are less than. In fact, the book that I read showed me over and over and over again how he chose us for a time as this, for such a time as this. So I'm talking to all my Esthers. I'm talking to all my Tamars. I'm talking to all my Ruths. I'm talking to all my women at the well. I'm talking to you. And I'm saying, please accept our invitation. Please accept our invitation. And if nothing, let us prove you wrong. Trust us. Just trust one more time. And we will prove all of those doubts wrong. In love, we will prove it wrong. There's a lot of bondage being broken right now. A lot of lies being pushed aside. And I'm so excited to be a part of it. China, thank you so much. Dr. Joel, thank you so much. Spila, Isis, Dr. K, Daisy, Angela, all of you, thank you so much for answering this need and answering this call. Because 9 months ago, I was one of those women crying myself to sleep, thinking that not a soul in the world cared. And I have been proven so wrong. And I am so happy that I was dead wrong. Thank you guys so much.
Woo! Wanda! Oh, my Lord, Jesus. Oh, my Lord. You know, the one thing about
Powerhouse.
being authentic is that you bring you wherever you go. There's no way to hide it. When God has told you to do something, it doesn't matter if you're talking about business, it doesn't matter if you're talking about finances, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. You're going to bring you wherever you go. Wanda, we love and appreciate you. We serve it. We thank you for sharing, transparency. We just thank you for allowing God to use you in such a way. We love you so, so much. Guys, listen, I'm so moved right now. I'm trying to contain myself because I know that there's so many bondages that was broken.
Yes.
Christopher Terry got on stage, the CEO of the company. He talked about exactly what you see on your screen right now, that he's the breaker of chains. There is something that is happening right now, and I pray that every single person that's listening on this call, whether you're listening it now or you're listening to a replay, here's something that forces you to move, that makes you uncomfortable, that keeps you restless at night until you do something about your circumstances. We love you all. Let's go ahead and put the slide back up. We got to get off of here. This right here, my Lord, this right here. So listen, we talked about an exclusive community. We have that once you join, where you will continue to get what you just got. That is priceless. There are people that's going to sell that to you for thousands of dollars. Coaches and mentorship. You get that community when you join Women Who Win Worldwide, which is a movement in iMarkets Live. That means you have to be a part of iMarkets Live to have access to Women Who Win Worldwide. But it doesn't mean you have to stop doing what you're doing. If you have a women empowerment group, then you want to form an alliance with us, so we can provide you the financial credibility, the tools, the resources, and equip you with what you need. So make sure for all members to click the link there. If you can put that in there, Spila, so that they can click the link and join the Pip Talk for Women Who Win Worldwide. Let's go to the next slide, because I'm telling you right now, Lord have mercy, what's going to happen next week, and you must be a member to find out about it. A huge announcement is going to be made with our CFO of iMarkets Live, Mrs. Isa Del Torre herself. A big announcement is happening next week, but guess what we realized? We wanted to open the door today for everyone. We wanted to give you time to get in position. We want you to get back with the person who invited you to this call. It may have been on social media, it may have been on Instagram or Facebook, or somebody text you or somebody messaged you. Be really clear. It is imperative that whoever got you here, they are your link. There's a certain way that we operate in these things to make sure that everything continues to flow. And I'm not talking about flowing in the natural. We ain't about to get into some stuff, but I'm going to tell you right now, whoever invited you to this space, I need you to contact them and just say thank you. I don't care if you message them. I don't care if you DM them. I don't care if you text them or pick up the phone and call or go knock on their door. Go and say thank you for exposing me to a world that I did not even know existed, for giving me permission to be a part of this. Thank you. And ask them, I need the link to get started. I need to be connected. I'm ready to change my life. I need to be a part of this every single day. The big announcement is happening next week. It's for members only. And I'm telling you guys right now, this is just the beginning. So the CFO, Mrs. Isis Delatorre, is going to be on with us. The details will be forwarded out only to members. So you want to stay tuned because it's going to be explosive and history will be made. You can go ahead and remove that slide as we close out. We made history tonight. History was made tonight.
Amazing, man.
And I can tell you right now, there's no way that you go back to your life the same. What I recommend you do, and you've heard it said several times, don't ask unqualified people to give you financial advice. The people who are in this space can get you on the phone a three-way with someone that can answer questions if you have additional questions. We're here to provide the support. This is just the beginning. This sisterhood is changing the face of the way we do money. And yes, as women, our walk is different. Our talk is different. We speak the language of the woman. And now you have an open invitation. Hey, babe from Dubai. We love you, babe. We love you, John. We thank you so much for what you guys are doing in Dubai. We thank you for what you guys are doing, those that are in Africa, those that are in the islands, those that are in Europe, those that are all across the United States. We love you guys so much. Join this movement. Contact the person who invited you, not now, but right now. Lagos, Nigeria, we love you. We love you, we love you, we love you. I pray that you enjoyed this, but more importantly, I pray that you found something that you needed, a key that gave you access, and that you use that key to go to the next level of life. Chandrika, I see you. I love you. Bishop Tierra, I love you. I know that there's some men that are on here. I know my husband has been on supporting. I love you. I'm so grateful to have the support. And I'm so grateful for the men who are not uncomfortable in the stilettos that we wear, and the lipstick that we put on, and the way that we move, whether that's your style or not, but that they're supporting this. There are men that are supporting this movement. There's some that may not. You better watch out for them, but that's okay, because we're not going nowhere. We're here to stay. So I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you for the next big announcement from the CFO herself, Mrs. Isis Delatorre. I want to give a special thanks to Christopher Terry, CEO of the company as well, who has been extremely instrumental at making sure that nothing could stop this, knock this, or block this. And so just know that there are men that are championing us on, that are supporting us, and it's doing whatever it takes to make sure that we have the contributions that's made that's necessary. So I love you guys. May God bless you all, and may you have a fantastic night. Welcome to the family. Women who win worldwide. We made history tonight. Thank you again, Angela, Speedla, Dr. Jewel. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Daisy, and every single woman who spent just a little bit of time with us tonight. There's so many more women that you're going to hear from. Good night, and God bless.